Hey guys, Stem Cell here. So I want to do a video on Poland deploying planes due to the threat of Russian drones in their airspace. It's from The Guardian. I'm just going to go ahead and read it. Polish and Allied aircraft have been deployed in a preventative operation in Poland's airspace because of a threat of drones striking in neighborhood areas. There was a house that got blown up, I believe, is what they're referring to, on a different occasion. This has happened like 5 times already. Um, Drone strike in neighborhood areas of Ukraine and one in Poland. And the airport in the eastern Polish city of Lubin was closed, authorities have said. The alert on Saturday lasted about 2 hours. On Wednesday, multiple Russian drones had crossed into Poland, prompting NATO to send fighter jets to shoot them down, underlining the long held concern that it's about the expansion of Russians more than 3 years ago in the Ukraine war. The Polish Military Operations Command posted on X during the afternoon that the ground based air defense and reconnaissance systems were on high alert. It stressed these actions and preventative nature and were aimed at securing Poland's airspace. Excuse me, and protecting the country's citizen. It cited a threat of drone strikes in the region of Ukraine bordering Poland, and it didn't give further details. The Prime Minister, Donald Tusk, posted preventative air operation has begun in the Polish airspace because of the threat that posed by Russian drones operating near areas of Ukraine. So the Russians are trying to say that it's electronic warfare that's screwing up their GPS and sending them into Poland, but they always head towards the recent ones haven't had armaments on it. They've just been drones without the bombs, but they've head towards NATO bases and other like the naval base that Poland has there, which is literally on the other side of the country. So that's a really long ways to have your drone go out of the way. So it's BS. The Polish Air Navigation Service Agency said Lubin Airport was closed due to air traffic due to military aviation activities, and the government security center warned of a threat of an air attack affecting several bordering countries in the region. Later on Saturday, the Military Operation Command wrote on X that the operation had been completed and that the ground based defense reconnaissance system had returned to normal. Russia has said it didn't target Poland on Wednesday, and Moscow's allies Belarus, said the drones went astray because they were jammed. Electronic warfare. But European leaders have expressed certainty that the incursions were deliberately provocative by Russia. Yeah, of course they are. Polish aircraft have been scrambled repeatedly in recent months to patrol the country's airspace in connection with Russian airstrikes in Ukraine, but those strikes have usually occurred overnight or in the early morning. Also, Saturday in Romania, which shares a border with Ukraine, said Russian drones had breached its airspace. Romanian defense minister said the breach by a drone came during the Russian attack on its infrastructure and neighboring Ukraine. Um, it it uh, it they went in Romania and is it Transylvania? They did this to a few countries, and they're all NATO countries. After the NATO members scrambled two F-16 fighter jets on Saturday to monitor their situation, the aircraft detection a drone in a national airspace and tracked the unit. It disappeared from radar near the village of Chilavece, said the minister's statement. Um, I think the Russians are trying to taunt us, and he's trying to see how far that he can push before we push back, I think. And as of right now, um, the right Poland is right next to Kaliningrad, which Kaliningrad's like kind of a land island in the middle of nowhere. Anyways, the Baltic states have this little 40-mile thing that if the Russians closed off, they would close us off from the Baltics, which are NATO members, and they don't really have very big militaries, or at least compared to Russia. Um, and so people are concerned that they're literally doing an exercise, the Russians, in Belarus, a half a mile away from the Kowalski's Gap. I said it wrong, but where I'm talking about, where there's a 40-mile thing between Poland and Belarus and Russia. And anyway, so they are literally practicing to do it. And so Poland and some NATO forces have been doing their own exercise across the border, and same with Lithuania. But you never know what Russia would do. It's kind of like a hurt animal right now, and I don't think they're big fans of America or the West or Europe. And yeah, it looks fairly scary. Hopefully, it turns into nothing. But that's kind of my take on it, and I just wanted to do kind of a quick video about it. And dang it, I forgot to say like, comment, and subscribe, please. And I hope you have a good night.